obviously it's very nice for all the positive reasons that come with that, but it's very much a reflection again on all the effort of the players, the staff, everyone pulling in the same direction, and from where we were to where we are now, the run we've been on, it's brilliant to put that run together.
This run, how much of a motivator is it for the guys? Continue this run to keep pushing through certain milestones, barriers?
Yeah, I think it's something that we're taking great pride in. It's something that we've been working towards for a while now. The next game all the time. But I think just changing history in positive ways, something I talk a lot about. And I think we've demonstrated a lot of that this season, and it's worked well for us. And we've got a really good opportunity to try and do a little bit of that this weekend as well. A real tough game away to Rangers, but it's another one of the games that the players need to relish and look forward to going and playing in. These are the games you want to go and test yourselves in on the biggest stage. And also been a long time since Hibs teams went and won there in the league. I think it was 2018, so that's the challenge to the players. Can we go and do that?
Obviously you've had the defeats that part in the Cup, the league run continues, but is this the biggest challenge that you've met over this, what will be the 16th game of this run?
I think they're all big challenges for different reasons at different times. Like, pressure will be on Rangers as well. Everyone will expecting them, the expectation of a club like that. I was going there, but I think we can't go into the game in any better frame of mind, which is great. The players have been there already this season. I thought we had a good performance there the last time, didn't get the result we were looking for, but we've certainly progressed as a team since then. And even when I think back to the game at Easter Road, that was a real good game, really end to end. So I expect another real good game, a tough game with that in mind, but at the same time a game, as I've just touched on there, that the players can really look forward to.
Over the years, every season we'll see teams maybe change up their approach when they go to Ibrox or Celtic Park, because they're expected to have so little of the ball, there's going to be a lot of chances created. The way that you're set up, the momentum that they have, do you have the game already that can go and take the game to Rangers?
No, I think it's more a case you need to have a game plan in place that you think gives you the best chance to get 3 points. We're going to every game to try and win every game, and that won't change this week. But at the same time, you can't go open, football expansive and take loads of risks and gambles within the game, because you can very quickly find yourself behind. Rangers are a top side with top players. Where you see that and how well they're doing in Europe, they've demonstrated that all season. They are where they are in the league for a reason. The amount of points they've accumulated, so it will be a real tough game. We know that. But as I've just touched on there, we're in a real good place ourselves. The players are full of confidence, a lot of belief within the group. And again, though, every single player is going to have to be at the very top of their game to make sure we get a positive result. But as I say, it's one that, from the outside looking at it, it's a real good game to look forward to.
Are Rangers a different assessment when you're looking at them now than when Philippe was in charge?
There'll always be slight differences within that. New manager coming in, and the staff he's brought in with him, a lot of experience in Scottish football. His two assistants as well, both be managers in the top league. And obviously Barry knows exactly what it means to play for the club, to captain the club, the expectation and the demands of such a big football club. So with that he brings all the passion that he has. You see that even outside of the pitch, the way he gets right behind his team. So I think full expecting that. Going to Ibrox, the atmosphere is always fantastic anyway. 50,000 supporters. So I think, as I say, the players need to go and relish the opportunity. But again, we need to be at the very top of our game, because Rangers are a good side.
Being the team that is now being chased in third place, that's what this handful of teams are going to want to catch you up. When the team goes to Glasgow, I think it's going to be a chance to make up some ground. How big in that respect, in terms of third place, with getting a result, be it a draw or a win in Glasgow?
Yeah, it would be huge. It'd be huge because, as you say there, it is such a difficult place to go. So it's potentially, there's not many teams go there and win. So it could be seen as sort of bonus points on potential other players, other teams. But I think the way we look at it is, obviously we're third now, so teams are now chasing us. That was something I talked about 2 or 3 weeks ago, about having to change the narrative of the group. But if you win games, nobody can catch you. And I think the form we're in at the minute, the feeling around the group at the moment is everyone's just desperate to try and keep that run going. And as you say, there's going to be twists and turns between now and the end of the season because it's so tight. Every single team's got something to play for, and there's only 2 games before that split. So I think there'll be results all over, the up and downs, and you'll have to move forward all the time. And all you can do is move on one game at a time. But it's a real good game to look forward to, that's for sure. Yes, he's trained this week, which has been great. He's someone that when you first see his injury and they give you the sort of time scale, you always worry for how long it could be, especially when you get towards the end of the season. You know, is he only going to be back for a couple of games if it's a significant one, and then the risk factor that comes into that. But he's you know, really quickly recovered, which is great. Done his rehab really well, and credit to the staff for putting him through that and getting him back. But he's desperate to get back involved. He's trained this week, and we'll just see how he recovers this week after a full week's training.
You got a chance?
Got a chance to be involved, which is great. Obviously just have to wait and see. He trained this morning, and he's came out of that fairly positively.
Rangers have struggled at home at Ibrox recently. You mentioned that kind of great atmosphere, 50,000 fans. Is that something you could almost buy into if Hibs got off to a good start?
No, I think you want to try and settle into the game, regardless of home form, regardless of the recent form or whatever. That's, as I've already touched on, it's still a very hostile place to go and play. They're a very good side, so that becomes difficult, especially early on in the game. So in every single game you play in that sort of environment, you want to try and settle into the game well. And it's like anything. People coming to Easter Road, for example, will try and quieten our crowd down, and the best way to do that is to try and, you know, feel your way into the game and try and frustrate teams at times. But also you need to, I say it all the time, you can't just go there and defend. You need to also carry a threat going the other way, and you also need to be really brave on the ball. And it's something we have demonstrated quite well this season, and we're certainly going to have to do that again on Saturday.
Barry, obviously a club legend, at Rangers captain, now being manager. Do you draw some similarities between the two?
No, I can see why you would say it. I think just because of one thing he does do, the same as myself at the football club, is understand what it means to play for the club and what it's the ins and out of the football club. So you know, he's a very passionate man. You can see that the way he coaches at the side of the pitch as well. So I think I can see why you would draw on the similarities, but my full focus is obviously on what I can do on my front.
Just away from the game, can I just ask you, there's been rumours about a league reconstruction this week. What are your thoughts on a 10, 14, 16 Scottish Premiership?
Yeah, I've not got a massive opinion on it at this moment in time. I think one thing, I'm never against change if it's for a positive reason, and we all believe it is, because anything that can move the product forward and improve the product, I think it's a good thing to do. I think, but at the same time, I wouldn't get too caught up in it, because I think when you look at the league this season, there's 12 teams in the league and it's very competitive, which is great to see. I certainly probably wouldn't be for reducing the number of teams, I think, because it probably become a bit samey. I think from previous years when that happened previously. So I wouldn't be against change if everybody thought it was in a positive way, but I also would want to protect what we've got, because I think we have got a very good product.
David, you've had a number of statement wins already this season, obviously beating Celtic, the Derby, the Aberdeen game that sort of sparked that turnaround in form. Where would tomorrow rank if we could go to Ibrox and pick up a win?
Right up there, right at the very top again, for all the reasons I've just said there. It's a very difficult place to go. 2018, the last time we won there in the league, so it is a huge challenge. It's one that, as I say though, as you come and play for this club, they're the games you want to go and test yourself in. These are the games that I used to love playing in, when you go to Ibrox on the big stage against the top team. So brilliant game to try and go there and win. And as I say, we can't go into the game in any better frame of mind and positivity around the group, but it certainly doesn't make the challenge any easier. It'll be a difficult game, we know that, but as I've already said numerous times already in this interview alone, it's a great game to look forward to.
Would you say that would be the biggest win of the season if we go win tomorrow?
I think between now and the end of the season, if we can keep winning games, that game will become the biggest game, just because of where we're trying to get to. And I think that's probably the cliche answer, but I also think that we're only looking at things we can affect moving forward. We certainly can't change anything that's happened in the past, so we can only keep moving forward. And every single game, now every single point between now and the end of the season is going to be huge.